The gag on him. We had a little arrangement going. The arrangement was simply that I would pull a brainbuster on him every now and then. I would do it suddenly. He wouldn't suspect it. He'd turn to me and say, "Uh-oh, was that one?" And I said, "That was one, Dick. That was it." And he'd say, "Oh, okay, then I got to work on it." Now, the arrangement was I would do a brainbuster that would floor him, and then he could ask any question about it, as long as the answer would be yes or no or not applicable. And so he would start asking questions, yes or no questions. And he was aware of a lot of things in life, but he was unaware of the fact that the Earth rotated on its axis, and a counterclockwise direction that was used from the North Pole. Because I lived in New Jersey, and I would get a call like at 4 o'clock in the morning. "Hi, Dick Feynman. Listen, if you had said to the waiter in the restaurant when you did that little..." I said, "Dick, it's 4 o'clock in the morning." He says, "No, it's not. It's on..." "Oh. Oh, yes, you're in New Jersey." I said, "Yes, the Earth turns counterclockwise." And we have time zones. And he said, "Oh, I'm very sorry." He said, "But what's the answer?" And I said, "The answer is no." And he said, "Okay, I'll call you back." And he said, "Dick, hello? Dick, hello?" And then I lay awake for the rest of the night. He was going to call me back in 15 minutes with another question. But what I did with him was just a great stunt. I called him and I said, I got him at his office, and I said, "Hi, I've just come out to the airport and I'm just waiting for luggage here. Any chance you can pick me up?" Now, he drove a big old red Thunderbird that he was very proud of. It was from the year 2, I think. It was very old. And he said, yes, he said, "I just got a 15-minute class. It's an abbreviated class." And he said, "I'll be out of that and I'll come right up to the airport and pick you up." I said, "Good, okay." So I waited at the airport, and he came out and he picked me up and threw the luggage in the back and drove off. And the other adventures happened during that trip as well, but I haven't got time to get into that. And we got into town, and I said, I'm for lunch. Where will we go to lunch?" And he said, "How about the Mexican restaurant?" I said, Sure, whatever you want." And so we drove over to his favorite Mexican restaurant, walked in, Metro D said hello, and I said, "Can we sit over by the window?" And the Metro D said, Sure, right over here." Sat him down, and we got into a conversation, and I reached across, and I took the teaspoon from in front of him, and I said, "I'm going to show you a miracle." I wrapped the teaspoon, and I put it in between his fingers, and stroked it. It turned rubbery and soft, and he looked astonished, and it fell in 2 pieces, and I said, "That's the way Geller is doing it now, I understand." He said, "Oh, was that one of them?" And I said, "Yes." I had to admit to him. He said, "Well, I got to start on yes and no's now." I said, "Well, let's have lunch first." He was distracted all the way through lunch. Well, he would call me, in New Jersey, if the waiter had said so-and-so and such. I had set him up because I was calling him from the airport, it's true. But I had come in the day before, and he didn't know that. And I'd gone to his favorite Mexican restaurant, and I'd set it up. I gave him a spare spoon. I said to the Metro D, he's always playing jokes on you, we'll play one on him. And he said, "You got it. Anything we can do on Dick Feynman is all right with me." I said, "You'll be here at 1 o'clock tomorrow?" He said, "Oh, yeah, I'll be here." So I said, "Well, when we do so, you'll sit us over by the window here, and the far seat will have this teaspoon in front of you." It's all done. It's all done. So I set him up completely, you see. And so I called him from the airport. I actually called him on a payphone in those days. We didn't have cell phones. There was a day when we didn't have cell phones. I hate to tell you this, but it's true. And I called him, and I said, "I just come into the airport and the whole thing, and can you pick me up?" Knowing full well that he had the 15-minute class, I checked with his office, and so they didn't know why I was asking. But anyway, I knew that he would come out and pick me up, and he came out in the Thunderbird, and I threw the suitcase into the back, and we just loaded with weighty things. It wasn't light because he would have known, you see. I threw it in the back and left the baggage tags on it. He didn't read the date on the baggage tags. He didn't know. And he drove me off, and we got to the Mexican restaurant, which he suggested. Oh, fell right into my hand. And I would have suggested it anyway, and gotten him around to get in there. And he was set up that way. And so he always solved every last one of them. Every damn one. But it took him sometimes a couple of weeks before he got it solved, and he would, and always when I'd give him the answer, like, the answer is no, and he'd say, "Ah, That leaves only two possibilities that I can picture. I'll call you back, quick. And he would think about that for a little while longer. That's why he won a Nobel Prize, and that's why he was Dick Feynman, and he was a genius of the first order, no question. Folks, I have to leave you now.